Hello everyone, it's your favorite FGC VTuber. So today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and thumbnail aside might be a bit clickbaity, but I'm getting into why I personally think it's not looking so far so good for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Like, I am making this right as of the release of the game, right? So I haven't quite played it yet, but I've seen some footage. So this is just only preemptive, right? And I'm going to be looking at, I've seen one before, I couldn't find the exact one, but it's comparing the cinematics and actions of Budokai Tenkaichi versus Sparking Zero, and I immediately went off like, you know what, the original 100% did it better, and it's got me kind of worrying about Sparking Zero. Disclaimer here I can't mention is that I am a big Budokai Tenkaichi fan. I am not a Dragon Ball fan. Right? You can be a fan of something, whatever. Some people might, like, an example, might enjoy. Uh, I don't know, something. Okay, example, like they might really like Tekken, like Negan and Tekken, but they don't give a shit about The Walking Dead, right? Something like that, right? And so for me, it's purely I like Budokai Tenkaichi because of what it is, right? I like it for what it is, not what it's supposed to be. Like some people say, a good quote is, play a game for what it is, not what you want it to be. So I'm coming from that perspective, right? And to me, one of the reasons I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on PS3, I think it's one of the best games of all time because as a fighting game, it doesn't live up to scrutiny or is as good as the Capcom one, right? But it has more fan service and is faithful to the IP, and that shines through in the game. And that's where Budokai Tenkaichi to me is one of the best Dragon Ball games of all time because I think it reflects like the IP very well and it translates into just fun, which is why to me, like, yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters is okay, a more competitive game. And I actually play fighting games, by the way, competitively. Didn't really care for Dragon Ball much because, again, I don't really care for the IP like that. And I think as a fighting game, it's lackluster, you know? Because at the end of the day, there'll be other ones I would rather play that aren't as lackluster. Like, and maybe, I don't know. I think Budokai's better in gameplay. Personally, objectively, maybe Dragon Ball Fighters is better. Who knows? I'd have to really play this one to give a verdict on that, honestly, right? But 100% is a Dragon Ball. No, everyone can agree. This is just so much better. You get the core of what Dragon Ball's about through Budokai Tenkaichi than you ever will. For as faithful as the animations are, I mean, it's a huge component, right? Well, I'll give it props and props is due. But if I wanted to play old game, what makes me feel like Dragon Ball, Budokai Tenkaichi is 100%. So everyone is a fan. Trust me, I actually get it. I get that component, right? So you can see that I can ignore anything. Oh, but the animation, like, to me, that's not the thing that matters the most. It's like, am I getting the experience of Tenkaichi reflected, right? And that's, sorry if I was a bit long-winded, and I might have to put that for the other one. So as a disclaimer as well. Okay, I'm probably gonna exit, so apologies if that loops on for the other one of you guys. But anyways, go ahead and get started with the first one, right? And this is just the cutscene again. It's just something that to me, and I just talked about the Silent Hill reimagining, right? So, but here I want to talk about something. So, like, this is Goku scene. Yeah, I think this might be the actual one. Let's see if we can show. Yeah, I think part of. So here's the first thing I want to talk about. Right? We'll see how it happens, right? So another thing is, so far I think another thing is I'm not gonna talk about is the soundtrack feels weak as fuck. We hear the noise, the theme. I like how the screen shakes as a thing, and even the health bars. So you heard me. So look at the beginning. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, no, put up the volume. Yeah, let me. Gotta go away. Sharp, and then the little sheen. I'll give them props. They mimic the little sheen noise. So for him, they did a good job. Everybody else was selected. But it's not as sharp. It's not. It's the best way to put it is like the parry and SF6 doesn't hit like the parry and third strike. For those who know about SF, the camera zoom in is nice. I like the camera zoom out. There's a lot more dynamicism. I'll give them that. And see, even with everything, but there's a flaw to that, right? Like, it's taking too long. Yeah, it's taking too long. That's something I don't like already. And then the impact's not there. Look at that. There's no screen shake. It feels too flat. It feels too flat. Like, look at the original. Look at ting, and then a good camera pan. The noise sharp, and then only one cut, and then back to the game, and fast. Look at that. Look at that screen shake and the noise. I knew it was something. But you just don't feel the impact. Like, look at how short that was. It's taking too long. It's nice, but there's no impact in the rush. Also, it's just running like shit. I hope it's not just me. Like, it runs like shit. Even the health bar. The health bar.
Come for the fruit of the tree.
Oh my god. Yeah, look at that. Like the health bar shit. I think the health bar has more. Not bad. Actually, I'll give him this one. This one makes sense. Oh, it cuts the gunplay, but it's so short. I'll give him the bro. You know what? Broly's is pretty okay. I think thinks his warrants a cin. I think it varies. Like that one just looks like it's something that'd be so cinematic, right? Like you know the iconic look. Like you know what? I'll give it to this one. But after see, it's too short. I don't like the health bars. I'm gonna be honest. They feel like they lack, and I think they're too small. They're too clean. But yeah, this is purely just from a UI perspective. Ooh, see this one. But yeah, it's missing screen shake. Good lariat. Ooh, grabs. Oh my god. The noise is sharp. The shake. Not bad. Like it looks good, but yeah, no. I mean, I think this one's definitely not as good. It's too. That one felt like nothing. That genuinely felt like nothing. Like you know, like the other one is very clear what happened, right? Look at it when he starts the attack. Like that one didn't even look. You see very clear that gigantic, right? That's and clear. Oh, that's the initiation of the attack, right? Him coming full screen. But in here, okay, like you have it. But the fact that is that camera cut? I don't know if it's just bad editing. Let's see. Oh, that's such a short time. I wonder what did he actually nailed it? Let's break it. Like, that's just I don't know. I feel like we'll see how it is when you actually play it, because this almost looks like he closes a distance before you can react. Whereas in the OG, it's slow and you have time to react. Well, if you're not screwed, like it's still very tight, but it gives you the feeling that you could do something. Whereas in here, it's like, oh no, someone. Almost like a fighting game CA, which the thing is, Budokai is not a traditional fighting game. It has its own rules. You can't. Yeah, so you're stuck for a bit, and then it does it, right? So if you weren't blocking, you can go to block, right? That's what that is. It's purely time to block. Whereas in this one. See, look, it's. I think it's too long, you know. Like you'll. I mean, you could probably hold it. If you're holding it, then it's fine. I don't think it's as big of a problem. Or is it? Yeah, no. So that's my biggest pet peeve. And even the hits. Look at the sounds of the hits. That's a lot of
There's nothing you can do.
Come on, man. Sounds like you're going like an airplane. Yeah, a lot of the sounds repeat, but they sound chunky. They get the job done. Animation wasn't that great, but we'll forgive it.
Suppose I could run you over before I killed Goku. Commencing the final test.
It's the song is too loud, and it's not as iconic. It's drowning out the actual sound.
There's nothing you can do.
See, you heard the iconic little weird noise at the end, right? But like, it's so quiet.
There's nothing you can do.
You know, the bigger problem, I think we've said this before, the Resident Evil reimagining had this, it's the sound mixing. I think the sound mixing is whack. So I think when I play it, what I'll do is just turn off the audio, because so far the soundtrack sounds like trash. I'm gonna be honest. And then just dub over the old soundtrack and see if that helps with the problem. But yeah, no, so far, regardless, I think some of the sound design for the moves just don't sound that great. I don't know, I wonder I get on too long. That's just some other thoughts I have on it's not looking so great. Because the thing is, it's so important, right? Like, yeah, looks are something, but if at the end of the day you're playing a video game, I think you have to inherently change some things to make it so that it feels better. And it's crazy that I think Dragon Ball FighterZ did an amazing job of it looking and then also feeling good. And I think, I mean, like I said, we'll see once I actually play it if that really is the case. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I think I still think if I do like it, okay, I like it, but it won't be as good as the original.